Dear students, welcome to DACJ Home Classes, our digital initiative by Directorate of School Education Jammu. This is Jyoti Diwan. I am going to teach you a poem, The Mosquito by D.H. Lawrence, class 11th, chapter 15th. Dear students, you all know the mosquitoes. They may be small and have short lifespan, but they can wreak havoc on human lives. Let us read something about D.H. Lawrence. David Herbert Richard Lawrence, regarded today as one of the most influential writers of the 20th century, was born on September 11, 1885, in the small mining town of Eastwood, Nottinghamshire, England. Lawrence left Eastwood to attend the University College of Nottingham to obtain his teacher's certificate. In 1908, having received his teaching certificate, Lawrence took a teaching post at an elementary school in the London suburb of Croydon. He also continued to write. He has more than 40 books to his credit. In all his works, he celebrated his vision of natural, whole human being, opposing the artificiality of modern industrial society with its dehumanization of life and love. Lawrence died in Venice, France, on March 2, 1930, at the age of just 44. Lawrence most likely wrote The Mosquito on the way to Malta on May 17, 1920, when staying at the Grand Hotel in Syracuse. He remembered the hotel he stayed in that night in his memories as a rather dirty hotel, and many blood stains of squashed mosquitoes on the bedroom wall. Let us read the summary of The Mosquito by D.H. Lawrence in detail. The Mosquito is a hilarious poem. It is taken from D.H. Lawrence's collection of poems titled Birds, Beasts and Flowers. It is written in free verse, which adds the beauty and elegance of the poem. The poem uses the poetic technique called pathetic fallacy, ascribes human emotions to animals and objects. In this poem, the poet talks to the mosquito by treating it as fellow companion. The poem is in a form of assumed conversation between the poet and the mosquito. The poet raises many questions to the mosquito by using the second person narration you regarding its trick. The poet calls the mosquito as Monzer. He observes the movements of the mosquito and comments about its high and shredded legs. It lifts its weightless body and stands upon him without his knowledge. The poet heard a woman calling mosquito as a winged victory, symbolizing its action and triumph. The poet exaggerates that the mosquito listens this and smiles at her. The poet raises his doubt again to the mosquito that how can it put such cruelty in such a half-transparent weak body? It is surprising that with its thin wings and legs it could sail like a heron in water and in air. Though it looks as nothingness, it is surrounded by evil awe. The mosquito's secret moves in search of prey give a kind of numbness on the poet's mind. The poet wonders about its trick and magic to be invisible. The mosquito is very tricky. It prowls and circles around the poet to approach him to devour his blood. Due to its greediness for human blood, he calls it as Ghoul on wings, means an evil spirit who eats dead bodies. The poet describes the action of the mosquito. It stands on its thin legs, settles on him and looks at him cunningly in sideways, and by knowing his awareness of its presence, it specks him. Later, by understanding his anger, it flies quickly from that place. This bluff game continues between man and mosquito. The poet calls the mosquito as evil, and its bulge in the poet's ears is an advantage for it, and it increases his sudden hatred. For mosquito, blood is super magical liquor. It is in silence, without any movement, stuffing blood without permission. Such thoughts dwell his ego to kill it in order to prove his power. He kills it, and it leaves a stain of his sucked blood, and the mosquito dissipates as a dim smudge. In the beginning of the poem, the poet looks at the mosquito as powerful, almost equal to humans, but in the end it becomes nothing. The mosquito is a little story of the poet and a mosquito. Let us start reading the poem with its explanation and the difficult words used in the poem. When did you start your tricks, Monzer? What do you stand on such high legs for? Why this length of shredded shank? You excitation? Is it so that you shall lift your center of gravity upwards and weigh no more than air as you alight upon me? Stand upon me weightless, you phantom. Here are some difficult words used in the poem. Monsieur, Mr in French means फ्रेंच लैंग्वेज में किसी को मिस्टर श्रीमान कह के एड्रेस करना. श्रेडिड शैंक टांग का कटा हुआ हिस्सा. एक्सलेटेशन हैप्पीनेस. फैंटम प्रेत भूत. In these opening lines, the poet addresses the mosquito as Monzer and asks it when it learned its tricks. It has thin legs on which it stands and flies to raise its legs. Perhaps its long legs enable the mosquito to have an elevated position. It goes up because of its thin and long legs. It's weightless. It's absolutely a weightless ghost. मच्छर अपनी पतली टांगों पे खड़ा है और शायद यही उसकी पतली और लंबी टांगें उसको उड़ने में सक्षम बनाती हैं. I heard a woman call you the winged victory in sluggish Venus. You turn your head towards your tail and smile. How can you put so much devilry into that translucent phantom shred of a frail corpse? Quail with your thin wings and your streaming legs. How you sail like a heron or a dull clot of air, a nothingness. Sluggish, sust, lazy. Venus, an Italian city. Devilry, loss हो जाना. Translucent, transparent. Shred means thin. Corpse mean body. Frail, weak. Queer, strange. Streaming, stretching out. बाहर की ओर खींचना. Heron, bagula. The poet says that once in Venus, a woman called Mosquito the winged victory. The mosquito then turns its tail and smiles rather in a cruel manner. The poet asks the mosquito how it could be so fatal in spite of being so small in size. He wonders how strangely and invisibly it flutters and flits like a heron. Mosquito साइज में छोटा होकर भी बगुले की तरह उड़ जाता है. See students, a simile is used in this line. Flits like a heron. मच्छर की लंबी टांगों को बगुले की लंबी टांगों के साथ मिलाया गया है. Yet what an awe surrounds you. Your evil little awe prowling and casting a numbness on my mind. That's your trick, your bit of filthy magic. Invisibility and the anesthetic power to deaden my attention in your direction. But I know your game now, streaky sorcerer. Queer how you stalk and prowl the air, in circles and evasions enveloping me, gull on wings, winged victory. Settle and stand on long thin shanks, eyeing me sideways and cunningly conscious that I am aware you speck. Or means abha, prowling means चोरी चोरी जाना, casting a numbness in my mind, मेरे दिमाग को सुन कर देना. Filthy means dirty, invisibility दिखाई ना देना, anesthetic power बेहोश करने की दवाई, streaky तेज चलने वाला, sorcerer magician जादूगर, stalk and prowl move slowly and quietly. Evasions, the act of avoiding something unpleasant or unwanted. Gul, pishach, shanks, a long, thin, straight part of particular objects. Eyeing means seeing, dekhna. Speck means a very small mark, piece or amount. The poet is amazed at its evil awe and its ability to make his mind numb. It uses its anesthetic bite and small transparent body to stay undetected. But the poet says that he knows all its tricks now. He wonders how it stalks and prowls like a gull on wings, searching for blood from its prey. The poet says that he knows when it sits cunningly on his skin to suck blood. कवि हैरान है कि मॉस्क्यूटो अपनी ट्रांसपेरेंट बॉडी को यूज करके किस तरह सबके माइंड को सुन कर देता है और कितनी चालाकी से अपने शिकार के खून की खोज में रहता है. I hate the way you lurch off sideways into air, having read my thoughts against you. Come then, let us play at unawares and see who wins in this sly game of bluff, man or mosquito. You don't know that I exist, and I don't know that you exist. Now then, it's your trump, it's your hateful little trump, you pointed fiend, which shakes my sudden blood to hatred of you. It's your small, high, hateful bugle in my ear. Lurch off means to lean or prowl, sly means durt, bluff means jhansa, trump, chalaki, fiend, devil, bugle means bigul. In these lines, the poet hates the way in which the mosquito moves about quickly, becoming aware of the danger from him. He asks the mosquito to give up its sticks and challenges it to a game of bluff and see who wins in it, the poet or the mosquito. The poet says that he doesn't know the mosquito exists and vice versa. The poet says that mosquito's trump of humming in his ear shakes him. कवि मॉस्क्यूटो को स्ट्रेंजर बन के एक गेम खेलने को कहता है जिसमें देखना है कि कवि जीतता है या मॉस्क्यूटो. Why do you do it? Surely it's bad policy. They say you can't help it. If that's so, then I believe a little in Providence protecting the innocent. But it sounds so amazingly like a slogan, a yell of triumph, as you snatch my scalp. Blood, red blood, super magical, forbidden liquor. I behold you stand for a second enspasmed in oblivion, obscenely excited, sucking live blood, my blood. Providence means God, yell means shout, triumph, victory, yell of triumph, shout of happiness in victory, snatch my scalp means suck my blood, behold means niharna, enspasmed means in the control of an emotion, oblivion means lost of its surrounding, Obscenely means unpleasant. Exceed means param anand. The poet complains why it hums cunningly. He comes out with a theory. He knows that mosquito can't control its humming. The poet expresses gratitude to God for making the mosquito hum because this humming is helpful in detecting its presence. As the mosquito sits on the poet's scalp, sucking his blood ecstatically, it enjoys happiness as it sucks the poet's blood in violation of the laws made to help the innocent. कवि मॉस्क्यूटो की हमिंग के लिए गॉड को थैंक्स करता है क्योंकि इसी से उसे मॉस्क्यूटो की प्रेजेंस का पता चलता है। कवि का कहना है कि मॉस्क्यूटो निर्दोष के लिए बनाए गए कानून का उल्लंघन करके खून चूसकर मजे लेता है। Such silence, such suspended transport, such gorging, such obscenity of trespass. You stagger, as well as you may, only your accursed, hairy frailty, your own imponderable weightlessness saves you, wafts you away, and the very draught my anger makes in its snatching. Transport means हरकत, trespass means कानून की अवहेलना करना, obscenity बेहुदापन, stagger डगमगाना, accursed means evil, शापित, frailty means weakness, imponderable means सोच से परे, wafts means carries away by wind, draught means हवा की धारा. The poet is shocked at the mosquito's silent gorging on his blood and vulgar trespassing. He describes the mosquito as it staggers to fly away after drinking his blood. The mosquito is able to harm humanity in general, so he has every justification to feel glad over its achievement. मॉस्क्यूटो खून चूसकर अपनी उस उपलब्धि पर खुश होकर डगमगाते हुए उड़ने लगता है. Away with a paean of derision, you winged blood drop. Can I not overtake you? Are you one too many for me, winged victory? Am I not mosquito enough to out mosquito you? Queer, what a big stain my sucked blood makes, besides the infinitesimal faint smear of you. Queer, what a dim dark smudge you have disappeared into. Paean means विजय का गीत, derision means उपहास, overtake, overpower, one too many for me means stronger for me, मेरे लिए एक ही बहुत, to out mosquito you, to kill a mosquito, infinitesimal means very tiny, बहुत छोटा, faint smear means हल्का दाग, smudge means दब्बा. The poet in anger tries to swat it as it tries to fly away singing a song of victory. It's a violation of the doctrine of peace. This doctrine doesn't permit blood sucking. In last lines, the poet feels very upset. He asks himself if he can overpower the mosquito. He finally succeeds in swatting it and killing it. He crushes it to death. A smudge of blood is formed where the poet has swatted it. जब मॉस्क्यूटो विजय का गीत गाता हुआ उड़ने की कोशिश करता है तो कवि क्रोध में मॉस्क्यूटो पर काबू पाकर उसे मारने में सफल हो जाता है. Dear students, here are some important questions for you. What, according to the poet, is the mosquito's purpose for standing on its legs? The answer is, the mosquito's purpose for standing on its legs is to lift his center of gravity upwards and from there land on the poet to bite him without letting him feel his weight. How does the mosquito draw the poet's attention away from itself. The mosquito is very cunning. It reads the poet's intention of killing it. It draws his attention away from itself. It moves quickly and becomes invisible. It suddenly bites the poet. It changes direction and diverts the poet's attention. Why does the poet call the mosquito a ghoul? A ghoul is an evil spirit. The poet calls the mosquito a ghoul because it bites cruelly and deceitfully and causes a sharp pain to the victim. Like a spirit, it stalks and prowls the air in circles and evasions. It is your trump. What is the mosquito's trump? The mosquito's trump is a sly game of bluff that it plays with the poet. As it produces a buzzing sound like that of a bugle in his ear, he hates it. He tries to end its buzzing there, but in no time the mosquito is gone somewhere else. What are the conflicting views the poet has in his mind about the mosquito's buzzing? The poet views the buzzing of the mosquito as sailing like a heron, its lurching off sideways into air, hateful bugle in the air, like a slogan, a yell of triumph, etc. What, according to the poet, are the mosquito's feelings as it sucks the poet's blood? As it sucks the poet's blood, it feels extreme happiness and joy. It silently sucks the poet's blood without buzzing. It seems to be fascinated by the taste of blood. What comparison is being made in the following lines? Queer, what a big stain my sucked blood makes, besides the infinitesimal faint smear of you. The two things are being compared in the following lines. The big stain made by the poet's blood and the mosquito sucks, and the faint smear of the crushed mosquito's blood. The comparison is appropriate. What is your opinion about the poem? The poem is not a scientific description. It is a light-hearted description of the insect. It gives us a lot of information about a filthy insect in a humorous and light-hearted manner. Here are some similes used in the poem. But it sounds so amazingly like a slogan. Sailing like a heron. Identify the metaphors used in the poem. The following have been used as metaphors in the poem. You phantom. The mosquito is seen in the vision of a ghost or spirit which is virtually weightless. You, the winged victory. This is another example of the use of metaphor. Streaky sorcerer. It is also a metaphor used in the poem to enhance the weightlessness and virtual invisibility of movement of the mosquito. Dear students, now I end the poem wishing you best wishes. Stay blessed and healthy. Thank you very much.